that we're talking about energies. It's not like something that people got nothing to do with it. No, everything is energy. Everything is energy. You are energy. The phone is energy. The table is energy. Spirits are energy. Skies are energy. The sun is energy. The planet is energy. Everything is energy. Okay, everything is made of atoms. Everything is made of particles of light. And their frequency and their movement changes, according to whatever circumstances. I'm not an expert. So when we talk about evolution and when we talk about ascension and when we talk about enlightenment and when we talk about healing, what we are talking about, it's about elevating our frequency. It's like making our atoms go faster so we become lighter. Thoughts are energy. So toxic thoughts are energy. So when we say that person is very dense, okay, we hear these expressions. So and so is very dense. I feel the density. What it means is that the energy is like slower. So the faster the movement of the energy, to say it in a simple way, then the lighter the situation, the people are. The more light it can emanate, because the light start emanating with the speed. So that's why when people talk about angels, that they saw an angel, that they saw in a spirit, they saw light, because their vibration is so high that they start emanating light. So the faster our atoms move, the more light we will be able to emanate from our body. Exactly. Ser de luz. So that when you say that person is dark, and it's not about the skin color, it's just like you can see like a dull, like you cannot see the person very well, that there is like a dull, the person looks dull. Okay, that person might be having lots of behaviors, lots of thoughts in his life, in her life, that make that person appear in that way, because there is lack of light. So this is physics. I am not expert, but I'm telling you, spirituality is not something separated from reality. Okay, so we need to understand that things in our life, it's all about energies. So I want to start, transmitting to you so that we can start practicing to clean ourselves energetically. And I will give you a couple of exercises that are very easy to do. Every time you wash your hands, okay, so if everything is energy, we are energy. And energy clears itself with energy. So let's start talking about what are the problems. What is a problem? What is a disease? What is an illness? What is like any problem in your life that you're having right now? Think of any problem in your life right now. If you have any illness, if you have any pain, if you have any mental, physical, emotional issue in your relationships at work, think of it. Even that is energy. And the reason why is not flowing properly, that aspect of your life, is because there is a knot. Issues, diseases, negative thoughts, negative situations, problems, fights, conflicts are knots. They are knots. Knots. So what happens when there is a knot? When there is a knot, the energy cannot flow from you and through you. You follow me now? So that is the first step. And if everything is energy and the problem is a knot that doesn't let the energy flow properly, then how do I solve that problem? I solve that problem trying to deal with the problem, talking to the person I have the problem. And I want to ask you here, and you answer me sincerely. Does it work? When you have a fight with somebody, does it work to call that person to continue fighting in order to get that person to give you the reason? Does it work or not? So how do we solve problems? We solve problems by energetically untying the knot. Now, it's true that sometimes it takes time because there are knots that are tied on top of other knots. So it's like you open a knot and then you find another knot, and then you open a knot and then there is another knot, and then you open a knot and there is another knot under. So there is also like an overlapping of knots that sometimes it makes it complicated or it takes longer to sort out issues. But the first and main reason why we have problems is because we think that the problems have a reality different than energy. The reason why we have problems is because we think of those problems as physical things that are unable to change, to transmute, to move. And we don't understand because we don't understand that we are energy and things are energy and people are energy and situations are energy and my life is energy. So my job when I wake up to my reality is to start untying the knots. Now, sometimes we like to live with the knot. Sometimes we like the problem. Sometimes we love the problem. Sometimes we are addicted to the problem. That is another of the reasons why we don't sort out the problems. So if the problems are mental and everything is energetical, that means that I can undo this problem with my energy. Now, where do we emanate energy from? We have many centers in our physical body through which we emanate energy. We have one here, and we have one in our second chakra, which is where women have the uterus, and men have the energetical uterus, even if they don't have a physical one. So we also emanate energy from many other places, but I'm talking about these three centers first. So one of the ways to clear a situation is by imagining, because visualization, it's not a fantasy. Visualization is a tool that we have in order to manifest something in a mental reality. Because if you go back to the class we had about the bodies, we have the physical body, the ethereal body, the spiritual body, the emotional body, and the mental body. You remember that? So we can, through our mental body, with the tool of imagination, visualization, imagine things. So if everything is energy, it means that everything is light. So one of the ways that we clean ourselves is through light. Now, this light can be a physical light, like for example, sunlight, or it can be visualized light with different colors, or golden or white, it doesn't matter. So one way to clear ourselves, to open the knots, and then we will have more clarity, is to visualize a light on top of our head and imagine that that light start emanating rays. Rays, 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 lots of rays. Start falling from the top. Rays, rays of lights, like a rain of rays of lights. And those rays, initially, they are like, like thunderbolts, like they are not following any pattern. They are messy all around, falling all the way to the floor. And you can visualize here the sphere of light emanating the rays. And then you breathe and you let the energy just, move down, clearing you. And then eventually you will start feeling that the rays create waves that have a harmony in their pattern, that they start like coming down like rings of light around your body. And that is not a game. It's a physical way of clearing our energy. And then the effect that this situation or that this exercise will have in you, when you have to turn it on with the intention. The intention is the key for everything. So when you do this exercise with the intention of clearing yourself, what is going to start happening is that you're going to start having more mental clarity about what you should do. You will have more mental clarity on how to do certain things. The energy will start becoming more aligned and organized. And you're going to be able to flow better with life. So this is a simple way to start cleaning your energy. Okay? It's a simple way. Now, one thing will take to another thing, will take to another thing, it will take you to another knowledge, another tool. You will start discovering the origin of your issues. And you go inside every time deeper, digging deeper until you can reach the core of situations. Because these are like layers of onion, one covering the other, and then you reach the core where you actually find the core of the situation. Now, maybe this is a new concept for many of you, but it's important that you start making sense of this, because life can be changed in an easier way than what we imagine. Life can be improved in an easier way than what we imagine. Things are difficult because we believe so. Now, remember as well that we come from a lineage here in this life in which you are called by your name, in which I am Lala. I have this person that I have a family, a mother, a father, uncles, grandparents with experiences. Now, if everything is energy, that means that everything is information. And information travels through the DNA. The information travels. And I don't need to hear the story of my grandparents to already on my unconscious have the store of memory of this information of their life. So we have in our body, in our physical body, all the information from the beginning of creation, the first women and the first men that we all come from. We don't have it here in our conscious. We have it in our collective unconscious, which is a pool of information that belongs to all of us. Now, when we start training ourselves, we can ask access to this pool of information. And this pool of information, it's called by some people Akashic records. The Akasha is the pool of information that all mankind have with them. All the information that we actually share. So there I can access when I need healing. And this information might travel to me through dreams, through sensations, through feelings. So for example, let's say that you are very scared of water. You are very scared of the sea. You are very scared of flying in an airplane. You are very scared of certain animals. You are very scared of certain situations. And nothing ever happened to you with an airplane. Nothing ever happened to you on a boat. Nothing ever happened to you with an animal. But this is memory that is coming from the pool of information related to people or to situations that you went through something difficult and that mark you. Correct? So are you following what I'm trying to say? Because yes, everything is easier, correct, easier to deal with, easier to sort, but also we have this exchange of information. Give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, so let's do now an exercise. All of us, let's ask our subconscious, our Akashic records, the Akasha, what information it's priority for my soul to connect with today. So I'm connecting with the energy of the group, of all the people that are listening to this video, that are listening to it now, or that will listen to it later on in the pre-recorded session. And then I am going to pull 4 cards in order to request the universe to show us the information that we need to connect with today that is fundamental for our process of ascension, for our process of evolution, for our process of healing. Okay, so choose one card, 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, so number 1, you are very connected with death. You are connecting with death. That means that you are either looking consciously, number 1, to somebody who died in your family or unconsciously. Unconsciously, we do it that it's like the unconscious aspect of us start looking at death. What are some of the symptoms when we look at death? We can feel very tired for no reason. We can feel a lack of vitality. We can, for example, when we are sitting, start moving forward, like our back becomes really heavy and that I need something in order to hold myself. I need always to put a cushion here. I cannot stand still. Okay? I cannot stand still. I cannot sit still. There is like this tendency of bending. It can be. Lack of energy, that I wake up tired. I sleep tired, wake up tired. Depressions. So from the Akasha, for those that chose number 1, there is a reason why you are looking at the death. Now, it can be that you are looking at the death because either there was an abortion of your mother before you were born and you are unconsciously looking at that death, or you were born or they took you as the replacement of somebody who left the family. So then you became the replacement. So that replacement made you look at the death. So watch out, or there is someone that you might, if you're a woman, that maybe you had an abortion that you aren't aware of. Sometimes women can have abortions without noticing because they happen very early and they take it as a very heavy period. So watch out, number 1, if you are looking at the death. So if you are looking at the death and this is the case, just simply say to your body, just simply using your body as a pendulum, I look to life. You are with the death. It doesn't matter to whom you are speaking. I am alive. You are death. You are in the world of the dead. I am in the world of the living ones. Okay? So you need to repeat this. Okay? Number 2, in the Akashic records, I see an energy connected to the home, to an expulsion as well, to something that gets you out of your comfort zone. So this card also talks about we are our own home. And sometimes there are things that we need to clear from our house, and we need to clear from our inner house and outer house, inner space, in order to clear and move the energy. Okay? Because sometimes the house is also a living entity, is energy. And we will talk about it today if we have time. And if the house is a living entity, that means that the house can be showing you life or can be showing you death. So the first question I have for those that got card number 2 is, do you collect a lot of items in your house that are old that you don't use? Do you store a lot of things that are not useful, are not working, that you're not moving it and they are getting dusty? Are you maintaining and keeping stuff that are old and because you say, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to send it somewhere and stuff like that? And that's something that you need to ask yourself, because what the card number 2 is showing is that there is energy that we need to release from our home. Number three, it's the card. Okay, so we will talk about it today. Number 3, you are putting resistance and you are repeating cycles that need to be closed. What are you repeating in your life that needs to be closed? What are the patterns that you're repeating from your parents? What are the patterns that you're repeating from the women in your family or the men in your family? What are the patterns that you continue resisting and you don't want to let go, that are time to cut? Look at your life, number 3. If you have similarities between your life and your family, between your life and your father or mother, between your life and your uncles, then watch out, because it might be that you are stuck repeating patterns that are time to let go. Number 4. Now, there is an energy here of karma release. You are doing something that is helping you to release something, to release a karmic behavior. Now, that the way to do that is through generosity and through letting go. You have to let go. You have to let go of that thing that you're attached to. You have to let it flow. Because energy, when retained, what happens when the energy is retained? It explodes. Energy needs to flow. Or we create knots and then things happen. Now, this one is also connected to the body because it's coins. So we know we are retaining information in our body when we are swollen, when we have pains, when our body is not functioning very well. We will do a class about it, how to use our body as a pendulum to analyze ourselves. So this is the message that the Tarot brings for us today. Now, there are 2 powerful words that I want you to start practicing. The first one is yes, and the second one is no. Yes and no. Yes connects us to abundance, it connects us to success, it connects us to life because it's mother. Therefore, it connects us to physical health and financial health and emotional health. The 3 aspects of life. So say yes when think of opportunities and say yes. Say yes to the world. Say yes to opportunities. Say yes to movement. Say yes to evolution. Okay? Now, the other side, the polarity is no. No connects us to our Father. Say no to abuse. Say no to mistreatment. Say no to maintain yourself in a comfort zone that you aren't happy with. Put limits. Say no. So if you have issues with saying no, that means that you have issues with Father. And if you are constantly having issues to say yes to opportunities, you have issues taking Mother. So yes, move you forward, and no puts the limits and the boundaries for your protection. So saying no give you strength. If somebody tomorrow Sunday invite you somewhere and you're tired, dare to say no, I cannot go. No, I don't feel like going. Learn to say no. If somebody asks you to give them something and you feel it's an abusive attitude, say no. No, thanks. Don't give excuses. Don't give excuses for people because you feel shy to say no, what they will say about you. When we learn to say no, we develop mental strength. And when we say yes, we connect to abundance. But there is a balance. And the balance is sacred because polarities are sacred. Okay? So, what are you going to do in your house? You take 2 boxes. Thank you. Thank you, Aura. Take 2 boxes. One box, you write on it, or bags, yes, and in the other, you write no. Okay? Then, see, if you don't have a tarot, then you write in one the word yes, represented by the ace of gold, pentacles. Another one, no, or the number 13, represented by the death card. Then you take the emperor. If you don't have the tarot, then you write on a paper number 4, and next to it the word do not move. And in the other paper, you write the Ace of Cups, and then you write emotional connection. So go through your house, start in different areas, and I will talk about it now. And then start asking, should I keep this or not? If you get the Ace of Pentacles, yes, keep it, and then you put it in the yes bag. If you get the Death card, means no, you will get rid of it. If you get the Emperor, it's telling you do not move it, leave it what it is. And if you get the Cup, it's telling you there is still an emotional connection, keep it for some time until the emotional connection breaks apart. So with these two cards, we don't move it. With this card, we keep the thing, but we move it from place. And with this, we get rid of it. Now, if we are talking about big items, then you write in a paper all the things that you have that you want to start getting rid of, and then do the exercise with the paper, getting the papers, and then getting these cards. If you don't have the cards, then do them with the paper as I explained. So now let's do that exercise. Think of a list of things. I'm gonna give you few seconds to think of like 5 items that you are thinking that you need to clear. For example, do you need to clear your closet from clothes, your closet from shoes, from personal items, electrodomestic things in the kitchen, store items that they have emotional value, how they are connected. So think of them, and then let's get the cards, okay? So let's start. Let's think of the first item that you are thinking, or the first area that you're thinking that you need to go in and clear. And then let's ask the cards what the cards tell us. Should we move it? Should we not? Okay, then choose a number, 1 to 4. So keep in mind the area that you think it's priority to enter. And then let's get a card to see what it says about the energy. Number 4. I started with number 1, sorry. Because most of the people did 4. Number 1, there is an emotional connection to this thing that you are thinking about. So keep it as it is and wait for a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and then ask again. You can do it on your own. And we should do this at least like once a month, a clearing in our house. Number 2, whatever you are asking about, change it from position. Keep it, but change it from position. So change things around, organize them different. Number 3, right now they shouldn't be moved. You should leave them there. Number 4, get rid of it. If it's a big area that you're asking about, then you need to go in and clear it out. You need to clear it because that space of your home is bringing an energy of death. Okay, so this is a simple exercise if you have difficulties getting rid of stuff. Now, let's now look at all the houses. This is the house in the tarot. This is the house. Also, the tower represents the house, but the tower is more like my inner house. So this is the house with the four corners inside it. Now, this is the house. These are the corridors of the house. Have you ever been in a big house that you are scared of the corridors and you run away from the corridors? Like when you cross the corridors, you run? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt that sensation? Like for example, in a home from a family. You know why? Do you know why you run in the corridors? You want me to tell you why? Because dead people live in the corridors of a house. The dead ones, they stay in the corridors of the house. Interesting. So the living room represents the living room. The living room represents the father. In a house where the living room, dining room, living room are huge compared to the kitchen, when the kitchen is small and the living room is huge, or the room are very small and the living room is huge, dining living room, both areas, the salons, we are talking about patriarchal families because the house talk about my family tree. Patriarchal families where everything that matters is the society, the appearance, what we show to people. What happens in houses where the living room is more clean than the kitchen, or the living room is more clean than the rooms, or the living room is more clean than the personal bathroom? It's that we are giving more importance to the masculine energy of the tree. So we have patriarchal mentality, we come from patriarchal families, and there is a tendency to give a lot of importance to the image, to the appearance, to what others will say about us. Number 2. Well, I haven't finished. Bueno, let me finish all the house and then we go step by step. Number 2, the kitchen. The kitchen represents the mother because the mother is the nurturing energy. So I ask questions here. How is your kitchen? In what state is your kitchen? How is your kitchen clean compared to other areas of your house? How is your kitchen organized compared to other areas of your house? How is your connection with your kitchen? Do you like to go in your kitchen? Do you avoid your kitchen? Do you like cooking, or you avoid cooking and order food instead of cooking because there is and is telling us about our relationship with the mother? Same with the living room. How is your living room? Do you have sofas, chairs, things that are broken, dirty, full of dust? So issues in the living room, dining room, father. Issues in the kitchen, with the kitchen, mother. Cleanliness. How clean is my kitchen? How clean is my living room, dining room? So mother, kitchen, then father. Now, another question I ask with the kitchen. Is your kitchen bigger than your living room? Like substantially bigger? So that will be talking about patriarchal family trees where women are much more important and much more imposed than male. Thank you, Marvin. Personal bathroom. Not the bathroom if you have many bathrooms, no. Your own bathroom. How is your bathroom? How is the cleanliness of your bathroom? How is the organization of your bathroom? How is the state of the bathroom, the doors, the tiles, the mirrors? Is it clean? Is it broken? Is it dusty? Is it organized? Do you have lots of bottles that you don't use? Or you have it organized? The bathroom represents our ego. The bathroom represents our ego because that's where we nurture ourselves, we do our hair, women do their makeup, the mirror, etc. How is your bathroom? Your bathroom is bigger than your room. There are bathrooms that are bigger than a house. Big bathroom, huge bathroom, personal bathroom, huge ego. When we say, I want a house with a huge bathroom and I want to put a sala inside, an office inside the bathroom, huge ego. There must be a balance. Some people have huge bathrooms and they live inside the bathroom. You know, like that, it's showing like big ego. And they have all like even the TV in the bathroom. So, because it's your personal space that you don't share with no one. Now, or when you are in the bathroom. The cup represents the room where you sleep. How is your room? How is your closet? How is the cleanliness of your room? How is the cleanliness of your closet? What do we have? Are you scared of the doors of the closet when they are open at night and you're sleeping and then you feel that something is gonna get out of the closet? The closet stores our clothes, and there is nothing that accumulates more energy than our clothes. Our clothes accumulate our emotions. Our clothes accumulate our perceptions. Our clothes accumulate our experiences. How clean is your closet? How organized is your closet? In the closet and in the cabinets, we hide our secrets. Messy closet, dirty closet, messy cabinets, dirty cabinets, secrets, shadow that I'm not looking at. How is your bed? How is the dust in your room? The room represents the soul. How clean is your room? How organized is your room? Your room has a space for walking. How is the organization of your personal stuff? Now, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Number one, which area of your house accumulates more dust, more dirt? Is it your room? Is it your bathroom? Is it your kitchen? Is it your living and dining room? Is it your corridors? Or your whole house? Your room means that we're talking about your soul. So let's ask about it. Like let's do this exercise. What is the space of my house that needs urgent attention? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Number 1, your whole house. We need to do a cleansing of your whole house, number 1. Number 2, corridors. If you have corridors that are very big in your house, you need to clean them. If you have tables, if you have stands for hanging things like, hanging bags, hanging keys. If you have things that, for example, frames and door frames, then you need to clean the top of the frame, the frames of the house, and also the frame of the doors in the corridors. Pictures, they are there. Number 2 is the corridors. The desks are there. Number 3, the kitchen. We have issues with our mother. We have issues healing with our mother. We need to enter in our kitchen. We need to organize our kitchen. We need to clean our kitchen. We need to throw food from our fridge, number 3, that is old. We need to check the bottles. We need to check the bottles of expiry of items in our kitchen. We need to clean the fridge. We need to clean the cabinets. We need to organize the kitchen and clean it. But we will also do it energetically, not only physically. I'll tell you now how. Number 4, your living room. This is your father. Your living room. How is the items organized on your table, on your cabinets, in the sala? What are the things about your father that you are just not looking at? Number 4. Number 5, your bathroom. You need to throw bottles, organize your stuff, clean your bathroom. Because if your bathroom is not clean, it means that you have a hate against yourself, because the bathroom represents the ego. So you hate yourself. Or if your bathroom is the best part of your house, that means that your ego is very inflated and that you need to, tone it down. Same goes for everything. Now I will talk about OCD. And number 6, your room, your soul, your connection with your soul. Is it clean? Is it not? Are you comfortable within your own body or not? So now, what is OCD? When we have OCD at home, that we need this compulsive sensation and we need to clean everything. Well, the OCD comes from the necessity of cleaning negative energy. But our mind is not aware of it. So it goes to physical cleansing. Now, if I clean this, how much I can clean it? It's clean already. But if I'm obsessed and I clean it until, for example, there are times that we damage tiles. There are times that we damage walls. There are times that we damage because of excess of products of cleaning, that we damage fabrics. Okay, why? Because when we develop OCD, is because we have an obsession for cleaning that area of our life energetically, but we aren't aware of it. We are doing it only from the physical area, the physical perspective. So the invitation here, Pink Hopper, it depends on you. If you are afraid of people, then do so. If you are in a state of emanation of love and you are in a state of emanation of service to others, you are protected. As long as you're emanating a positive energy from your center, you are protected. But if you are nervous, if you are scared of the other person, you feel that your energy is vulnerable, then protect yourself. Then going back to the topic, OCD in cleansing means that we have an issue with the OCD with kitchen. We have an issue with our mother, but we are trying to deal with that only from the kitchen perspective, the physical aspect. OCD with the bathroom, we have an issue with our ego. We need to clean, we want to clean ourselves, but we are addressing it only physically. OCD in the room, we have an issue with, we want to evolve our soul, but we are doing it only from the physical aspect. OCD with the sala, it might be that we have a lot in with our father, our social aspect, but we are doing only physically. Now, which areas of your life, of your house, feel peaceful? Which areas of your life you feel that you don't want to be there? Do you want to be in the kitchen or not? So let's ask. If you feel the energy in your house that you want to be there or not. Okay, so let's ask. So if you feel peaceful in an area, you are in peace with that member. If you are annoyed in an area, you have an issue with that family member. That mother, father, your ego, your soul. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's ask first which areas of your life bring you more peace. Let's be positive. Or let's do it both readings together. Give an intention for the area that gives you more peace, one number, and for the area that gives you that annoys you, a second number. Okay, so give both numbers. Give both numbers for the area that brings peace and for the area that brings annoyance. For those that want a personal reading, check the banner, please. Okay, are you ready? So from 1 to 6. Excellent. Okay. The area that gives you more peace, the number 1, and then the area that gives you least peace, the other number, okay? Okay, the one that gives you more peace, number 1, is your bathroom. So that means that you are working on your ego. Thank you, Cherry. You are working on your ego, and that means that it's a positive thing, okay? Because your ego is your character. It's the character that you're playing here on this earth, in this life, in this given moment. So you are connected to yourself, and that is a positive thing, okay? So that means that in your bathroom, it's a place where you arrange yourself, where you look at yourself, when you feel comfortable being, you feel comfortable taking a shower, because you are connecting to your ego, okay? But not from the soul, from the ego. Number 2, your whole house. Who chose number 2? Your whole house either give you peace or not. Number 3, the kitchen, your mother. For those that okay, number 1, if you chose it as the place that give you most peace, is your ego. If you chose it as the place that you hate the most, the bathroom, that means that you're not connecting to your ego, because we did both readings for both. Number 2, if you chose number 2 as the place that give you most peace, all your house is balanced. Number 2, if you chose it as the place that bring you a lot of anxiety, that means that you're not connecting well with your family tree, your whole house. Number 3, if you chose it as the place that brings most peace, you're connecting with your mother. If you chose it as the place that give you the least peace, it's like you are rejecting your mother. Number 4, if you chose it as the place that bring you the most peace, you're connecting with your father. And if you chose it as the place that bring you the least of peace, it's like you're having issues with your dad. Number 5, if you chose number 5 as the place that give you the most peace, is your own soul. And if you chose it as the place that give you the least peace, is your room, your personal room, is your soul. So this was the living room, dining room, your father. This was the kitchen, number 3, the kitchen, your mother. And number 6, the place that give you either most peace or less peace is the corridors of your house, because in your corridors is where the dead live. Now, how to clean it? We will take water, disinfectant and clean, yes, but we also will do something else. If we have to clean so if you have the tarot, excellent, you can go with the tarot around your house to clean it. If you don't have the tarot, then take a paper and write corridors. The tarot is excellent. So go to the corridors and then say, you put the word corridors, and then you put the name of the card, the Fool, and then you put it in your chest, and then you go to the corridor and you say to the dead ones, you are in the world of the dead, and I am in the world of the living ones. You are in the world of the dead, and I am in the world of the living ones. And repeat it until you feel peace. You are in the world of the dead, and I am in the world of the living ones. The kitchen. Enter, if you feel, in order to clean your kitchen, enter in your kitchen, and then if you don't have the tarot, write in a paper, kitchen, and then right next to it, mother. Corridor, dead ones. And then with the kitchen, you put it here, the card of the kitchen, that is equal to mother, and then you say, mother, you, yes. Mother, you, yes. What are we saying? I'm having a headache now. Mother, I think we're moving a lot of energy. Mother, you, we're pointing at her, and then we're saying yes. Then the living room, dining room. So if you don't have the tarot, in a paper you will write dining room, living room equal father. Then you put it on your chest, and then you go to the living room and dining room, and you say, father, you, yes. Father, you, yes. How much are you going to repeat that until you feel peace? Until you feel peace. Because peace, it's equivalent that the energy in the place is clean. When you are upset, it means that the energy in that area is dirty and we need to clean it. So these phrases are going to help us to clean it. Then you go to your room where you sleep. Okay? And then looking at it, You can write in a paper if you don't have the tarot, Mother, Ace of Cups. Sorry, Mother, no. Soul, my soul. Soul, Ace of Cups. So you go, soul equals room, bedroom. Put it in your chest and you say, beloved soul, I follow you. Beloved soul, I follow you. And repeat that until you find peace in your own room. If you cannot sleep at night, if you're having issues with the sleep in your room, and then you feel that you need to get out of your room, then sit in your room and say, beloved soul, I follow you. Beloved soul, I follow you. Beloved soul, I follow you. Because your room is your soul. Your bathroom. Bathroom equals Ace of Wands equals ego. So enter in your bathroom if you don't feel peace in your bathroom, if you feel annoyed, if you don't connect with that area of your house, then your personal bathroom, then bring the card to your chest or the paper and say, I, yes. I, talking about yourself, yes. I, yes. Okay? And if you have to clean your whole house, then repeat what I said. In each area of your house, you will go and do that. In the kitchen, Mother, you yes. In the living room, dining room, Father, you yes. In your room, soul, I follow you. Beloved soul, I follow you. In your bathroom, I, yes. And in the corridors, you belong to the world of the dead. I belong to the world of the living ones. So, this is how we are going to clear the energy in our house. And on top of that, we have to clean physically, obviously. But sometimes we have resistance. Sometimes we want to clean, but we feel lazy. And sometimes we become excessively obsessed with the cleanliness, but because we have an energetical situation there that is talking to us. Okay, so this was the topic today. How do you feel about this topic? Excellent. Next time, I'm going to talk, oh, that's so nice, Pink Hopper. That is such a beautiful feeling. Next time, I'm going to tell you about your body, how to clean the body. That will be our topic next time. Now, I want to do a reading now. Let's do a collective reading, okay? Tarot reading for all of us and an oracle reading, okay? So, how many areas we have? Father, mother, ego, soul, dead ones. Father, the living room. Mother, so let's do a reading to ask what each area of our house wants to tell us. Wants to a message that is connected to our house. Let's read our house. So I connect with the energy of all the group. Look at the card that fell, the house. Let's use it as a significator. I'm gonna put it here in front of me. So now let's connect with the energy of the group and the energy of all our houses. There are some resistances here that we are holding to. So let's lower our barriers and let's ask a message from the different areas of our houses for us. I'm gonna get 3 sets, okay, so that you can choose between 1, 2, or 3. Actually, what I am going to do, Let me see how we do it. So we have the kitchen, the room, the bathroom, the dining, living, and the corridors. We have 5 spaces. Okay, so we need to get 5 cards for all of us. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna get 3 sets. 1, 2, 5. Soul, ego, mother, father, corridor. That's okay. So we let's choose between 1, 2, or 3. That's how we are going to do it. Okay. Mother, father, dead ones. And number 3. So this applies for even people that share houses. It's the same. You're sharing houses with people that you think you have no option. Believe me, it was energetically meant to be. Ego. So ego, mother, father, corridors. Okay, are you ready? So choose 1, 2, or 3. Let's unlock a message from your house for you. Your house is a living being. Your house is alive. Your house is energy too. That's why I did the introduction of energy. We have to stop thinking that things are inanimated, means no life. No, everything has life, everything speaks. Okay. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1, your soul is telling you that you need to look at your father. You need to take your father. You are having issues with your father. Your soul is telling you that. Your soul is telling you, take the strength of your father, the mental strength and the vital strength. Your ego is inviting you. This is for people that chose number 1. Your ego is inviting you to love yourself more, to see your beauty, to fall in love with yourself. Your mother is telling you to release burdens that you are carrying on your back from her. That if you are, check number 1, for those that chose number 1, check if you tend to go to the left of your body. Stand on the left, lean on the left side of your body. Because here your mother, the soul of your mother is telling you, release burdens that you are carrying of us, of the women lineage, that you are holding on your back. Your father is telling you, turn on your intuition, connect with your feminine side within your masculine, okay? Also, it can be talking about messages connected to his mother or his feminine lineage, that you need to operate from your intuition more, maybe be less mental. And the corridors, means the dead ones of your family, are telling you to not judge them. The dead ones, do not judge us. Do not judge the way that we did things. We did the best we could. So this judgment is accumulating in the corridors, and your father is telling you to connect to your intuition. This is in the living room, dining room. And your mother is telling you to release burden. This is number 1. To release burden related to them. This is in the kitchen, so get rid of things in the kitchen. Number 1 still. Your ego is telling you fall in love with yourself, so check your bathroom. What things are in your bathroom that are there to make you feel like, groom yourself, like clean your bathroom. And number 1, take your father. This is happening in your room. Okay, your room is telling you, embrace your father. So that is the energy for those that chose number 1. I will move to number 2. Your soul, meaning your room, is telling you, is giving you a message of love and connection with yourself. Okay? Connect with yourself, love yourself, your soul, work on yourself, choose. This is a card of choosing. Choose yourself. Okay? Number 2, your ego, your bathroom, is inviting you to also love yourself, who you are, your character. What is the difference between the soul and the ego? The soul is your real essence. Your ego is this person that you are, with this body, with this hair, with these eyes, with this voice, with this age, with this nationality. So when we talk about soul, we are talking about the spiritual aspect of you. When we talk about your ego, we are talking about your body plus your psychological aspect, your nationality, etc. So it's also, in both cards, are inviting you to love yourself. Also check the current state of your room and your bathroom. Like, okay, like if you love yourself, you will start doing it by doing things that are loving to your room and to your bathroom, okay? Cleaning, organizing, putting in place, etc. If there is something that you need to discard, do so. Number 3, your mother. Your mother, and is your kitchen. Your mother is telling you that you are carrying sadness. Embrace me. Your mother is telling you, take from me so that you can take emotional abundance. How's your connection with your mother? How's your connection with your kitchen? Okay. Number 4, the same number 3, but the card number 4, your father, your living room, is telling you, empower yourself. Do empower yourself with executive force. Take me. Your father is inviting you to take him. Father, you, yes. Mother, you, yes. And your connection with your living room. In your living room, you empower yourself. So if you have something, like a message to send or a conversation to have in which you want to feel empowered, then do that conversation, do that call from your living room, because your father is going to be there to empower you, the energy of your father. And the corridors of your house are telling you a message from the dead ones. Let us go. So for those that chose number 2, if you have dead relatives that you deeply miss, it's time to let them go. Okay? It's time to let them go. Okay. Now let's go to number 3. Who chose number 3? Your soul is telling you, you are already abundant. You are an abundant person. Your soul is telling you there is nothing that you are missing today. Stop feeling that there is something missing. You are already great, already beautiful. Okay? Already great, already a beautiful soul. Why do you not believe that? Your ego is telling you, and this is in your room. In your room, you have a lot of abundance. Organize your stuff. Take care of your things. Take care of your shoes. Take care of your clothes. Clean them, organize them, arrange your closet. Because you have the abundance in your life, is in your soul. It's all represented in your room. People, reality is the mirror of your inner world. If you want to organize your mind, organize your closet, because the closet is the mind. The bathroom, number 2, it's like you're having a mental battle with your ego, with your perception of yourself? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Do you like what you see? Or every time that you take off your clothes in order to take a shower and you see yourself in the mirror, you criticize yourself? How do you refer to yourself about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror? When you buy these products for your hair or for whatever, for your makeup or, for grooming yourself, do you use them? Or you just leave them there, expire without ever using them? How are you connecting to this physical body? How are you connecting to this physical body? I don't see a good connection here. And the bathroom is telling us that. Number 3, your mother. Your mother is telling you, embrace me, so that you embrace happiness, so that you embrace emotional abundance. This is happening in the kitchen. Your connection with the kitchen will bring happiness to your life. When your kitchen is messy and dirty, this is telling you that you are not happy emotionally. And it got nothing to do with being a woman or a man. Okay? Kitchen, mother. That's it, simple as it is. Living room. The living room of your house is telling you what are you holding? What are you not letting go? It's a masculine energy. What are you holding from your father? It's like an energy of your father. Your father is also connected to an energy of appearance. You are holding to an appearance in front of society, in front of community. You want people to say certain things about you, and that is the reason why you don't let go. Okay? How are you taking your dad? How are you taking your vital and your mental strength, connecting to it? You are resisting changes that are of masculine character. You are resisting and holding into the destinies of the men of your family. If you're a woman, by getting in relationships with men like are the men of your family. Okay? Now, number 5, the corridors. The corridors of your room are talking here about dead ones that are related to the feminine lineage of your home. And they are giving you a message of anger. Are they angry? Are you angry imitating them after them about an injustice or a situation that they went through during their life? How's your connection with those women of your lineage, consciously or unconsciously? Okay, so that was the message of your house today. How do you feel about that? For those that, if you want a reading, please check the banner. How do you feel about that interpretation of your house? Everything is energy. Everything it's everything is alive. So I want to explain to you something. Do you know why when we go through a change in our life, we want to cut our hair? Or why when we cut our nails, and why when we shave, or when we wax, for the people who do waxing, or when we take a bath and then we do scrub, or when we do any kind of deep cleansing, why do we feel good about it? You might say, well, obviously you feel good about it because you are clean. What is the energetical meaning of cleaning? And what happens when you don't have a good connection with cleaning your own body? For example, there are people that don't have good hygiene standards. Why is that? Why is that sometimes people feel lazy to take care of themselves in these basic things? Well, when we clean ourselves, my face, when we clean ourselves in a deep way, we are, listen to this, we are releasing karma. When we do cutting our nails, filing our nails, when we are cutting our hair, when we are removing hair of our body, we are releasing karma. When we are scrubbing, we are releasing energy that is not longer beneficial for us. That is why, for example, in certain religions, after the period or after certain circumstances, people take certain rituals, baths. Or for example, in the peregrination in Islam, for example, after the people that do the peregrination, they have to do a sacrifice and then they cut their hair or they shave their hair. And they cannot cut their nails until those things is because when you remove a part of your body, when you remove a part of your body, cutting your hair, shaving your hair, the nails, etc., what you are doing is you are releasing energy. So I will give you a tip. For those that are worried about evil eye, for those that are worried about somebody like having like a negative energy towards you, take a glass of water that you will not drink and file your nails on that water and let that water 7 days in a corner. Nobody drinks it, then you discard it. So that the water is like a cleansing agent, and the nails store the information that you want to get rid of. The nail took the information of that impact, energetical impact of that negativity that another person tried to send to you. Now remember something. You are only susceptible to negative entities and negative energies when you are not centered and when you are not balanced. Because if you are centered and you're balanced, emanating an energy of love, nothing can touch you. Nothing ever can touch you. No evil eye, no magic, nothing. Only this happens when we are not centered, when we are not neutral. Also, cut a little bit your hair. Trim your hair and get rid of it. Trim your hair because the hairs are antennas. And these antennas are holding information. And this information got to do with information that we are storing from a place. If you broke up in a relationship with someone, I advise you to take a bath. Now, what is the difference between doing it consciously and doing it unconsciously? Now, what what is that one? Okay, the doing it unconsciously, you are going to be focused and stuck into the cleansing. You are going to be stuck into the physical cleansing. You can develop OCD. When you activate your intention is the button on. It's like you press the button on to achieve your goal. So you turn on your intention that is set on your heart in order to do all of this. So when you break up with a relationship, when you had a bad day at work with the boss, please take off these clothes before you enter in your house. So in the entrance of your house, once you get into your house, shake your body like this. Shake your hands, shake your arms, shake your feet. 2 seconds before you enter your home. And then you will do a reverence to your home. You will have a gratitude gesture to your home. That's why in the past, in certain traditions, the houses were very low, the entrance, so that you are forced to do the reverence to the home. It's not a sign of worshiping the people there. No, it's about doing a reverence to the life that is inside your home. And shake yourself. Shake yourself and then enter. Take your clothes. If you had a bad day, don't repeat those clothes. Put them in the washing basket, in the basket for the clothes, and take a shower. And when you take a shower and you use a soap, or you use a loofah, or you use a scrub, do so with the intention of removing all the information that is stored in your body of this drama that you went through in this life, in other lives, in this dimension, in other dimension, in this reality or parallel realities. Why? Because as I mentioned at the beginning, if we are energy and we transmit energy, that means that parallel realities that exist, that is what we call past life, future life, time does not exist, everything is happening at the same time. We are crossing information from these parallel realities to our reality, and the decisions that me in that parallel reality took, I am transmitting it to that fragment of myself here, and I can do a class explaining how past lives, future lives exist, and so that you can have a better understanding. But the other yous are having influence in the you of here. Now, our focus is not the me of the past, the me of the future, the me that is born in Australia, or the me that is born in China. That has nothing to do with me. I have to focus on the me of here. But the thing is, I know that sounds weird, but you get me, right? So, but the thing is that the information is traveling. So I want to ask the tarot to give us information about what message want to be transmitted from a part of us of a different reality, and that is having an effect in our reality today. So the blocks that I'm having in another reality are affecting me today. When do we see that? When we do regressions, when we do healings, and then we come in with, there are images of past lives, of another centuries, and then we had the same situation, and then we recognize the people, but they have a different body. When we enter in healing, this is a Pandora box, and we see things that we have no idea that they actually exist. So let's get a card to ask what is a part of my soul coming from another reality, another timeline, wanting to send me. So let's choose a card, 1 to 4. What message another me of another reality, timeline, dimension, which message they want to send me, that this message is beneficial for us today or is affecting us, so that they want to let us know so that we become aware of it. Okay, let me shuffle again with this intention. So we are start connecting to our soul. Our soul basically is like the palm, and then our soul has different realities, like the fingers. So one of you is Sophie here, Blessed Lady, but maybe Blessed Lady in another life you are called Maria, and in Mexico. It can happen. Okay? Okay, so let's get 4 cards. What? Que de hora. What our one part of our soul in another timeline, in another dimension, in another parallel reality, what message does it want to send to the us of here of this timeline, 2024, 19 or 20 of October of 2024? Yes, you can be a man. So choose a card, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
4.
Okay, number 1. You are repeating, number 1, you are repeating the same patterns that fragment of your soul is doing in that life. Because you're having resistance to let go. And then you are unconsciously repeating the same situation. And that situation is taking you to suffer. So that aspect of your life in which you are suffering today is a repetition of a pattern that you had in another life, or in parallel reality, or in a different timeline. So say to yourself, God or the divinity moves me in a perfect way. And let yourself get out of that repetitive pattern. Take awareness of it. Number 2, you are connecting to a sadness and a depression and a emotional lack of well-being and deception for something that happened in a parallel life, in a parallel timeline, in another timeline. So you don't know why you're sad. Sometimes you just feel very, very, very sad and very depressed. And you say, I have no reason for feeling in this way. It's because you are receiving information of that part that you were, of that person that you were, and it's affecting you today. So say, I let go of that sadness that does not belong to me. That's why you have your ego here. There is only one Laura, and it's me here. There is only one Sosito, and this is you here. The other egos should not interfere with the ego that you are today. Okay? Number 3, connect with your kitchen. In reality, number 3, what it's trying to say to you is embrace abundance. Abundance is the result of saying yes to life. To say yes to your life. To say yes to the feminine lineage that you come from. Don't judge the feminine lineage that you come from. Don't judge your mother. Don't judge your aunts. Don't judge your grandmas. Accept them as they are, so that you can embrace abundance, because you feel that you cannot access abundance. But that feeling that you don't access abundance is actually coming from not embracing the women of your lineage. And connect to the kitchen. And number 4, emotional abundance. The message that your soul is sending you today through the card number 4 is that you are emotionally abundant. So also, as connected to the card number 3, embrace the feminine lineage, because through the feminine lineage, we get the financial, the physical, and the emotional abundance. Okay? Liberate your mind from judgments to the emotional decisions of your feminine lineage. Abandon the judgments of what they did, who they marry, how they marry, the reasons that they had to marry. Because you are actively thinking of it. Let it go. Don't judge it. Accept their destiny as it was so that you can embrace emotional abundance. So that is the message of your soul, of another timeline and direction. This was all for today. We are gonna come back on Monday to do the tarot readings for all the signs, Aries, etc., all the way to Pisces. We do that between Monday, Tuesdays, and sometimes the Wednesdays if we don't have enough time. And then we will go back to our lectures on Thursday, Friday,